are coming. So the same approach should be done there. You are sitting, and the thought comes. Take the thought lightly, like the salesman. So this is what brings us also to the karma yoga. Gita says, long, very deeper in the end of the second chapter. So we take it now. So we have understood that life is action, action is life, thought, desire, understanding anything, moving the mind for pleasure, etc., etc. Everything is karma, karma, karma. And so the master advises, yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjayah siddha siddhayo samobhutva samatvam yog uchyate. So he is saying equanimity is yoga. Equanimity of the mind is yoga. So let us pay attention to what is this equanimity. So he says the seeker who is fixed in yoga, first I am fixed in yoga, means I have a right knowledge what I am going to do outside. Knowledge inside. Knowledge of the real self inside. I am aware, I am not the doer and the enjoyer. That is what is the meaning of fixed in yoga. Here you see. So let me do all my actions after I am settled in yoga. So what happens? I take the attachment and detachment. Okay, let it go outside. Let it remain outside. Any thought in the mind contains either attachment or detachment. So just maintain your awareness. You just explained to me. You go to the practice, thoughts are still coming. Okay, attachment and detachment. Why I have to pay attention to it? Let me remain engaged within. So once we take the world lightly that comes from the mind, and we are equal in success and failure, because success and failure has an element of ego, has an element of attachment, and detachment has an element of I am the body, and ultimately it is ignorance. So this is what the master is talking about. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddha asiddhayo samo bhutva. You know, this equanimity of the mind is a state of higher mind, evolved after purification and focus. Teaching is the same. So wherever you pick up, good. The subtle thinking in the mind forms the basis of all physical action and the speech. If the mind does not think rightly and adequately, action will not be right. And if action is not right, definitely there is an element of attachment. That is why our wise people say, think before you act. So basically, but we go very deep. The mind is an instrument of thinking. So if the mind runs after likes and dislikes, past impression and habits, it cannot think what is right and good. So during the day, become aware. Thought comes about the honey. She does not understand. Throw that thought. Okay, when I go back home, I will think about it. I will find the right. What is right and good. So you are free. You are free. So this is the meaning, take the world lightly. World outside has to be taken lightly, not seriously. So these thoughts will not act. So your karma will be. That is why we say the principle of Shreyas guides us. What is right and good? Honey, mind says, she doesn't listen. So apply Shreyas. What is right and good? What is right and good to me? How should I rethink? How should I respond? How should I speak? How should I act? Finished. See that? So once you start taking the world lightly, 99% of the problems will go away. We don't take the world lightly. We take it seriously. And seriously means attachment, detachment. I'm sitting in the body, ego, and ultimately ignorance. All the 5 causes. What Patanjali explains. Every action is guided by these 5 defects. So the master says nitya in the naimitya karma. That is why now you have a clear understanding why master says nitya in the naimitya karma. So take it another way to understand equanimity in daily living. So this verse is from Karma Yoga. When the state of equanimity is present behind every thought, speech, and action, just check what happens. Equanimity is there, the love is inside. Now, when the love takes the lead and is directed by one reality, that work, that action becomes service and devotion. Love is inside. I am in the moment of love. I have taken the world lightly. There is no attachment and detachment. Now that love is directing my thought, speech, and action. It becomes service and devotion. Oh, are you devoted to your wife? Yes. Are you devoted to your husband? Yes, because the love is directing me. When the action takes the lead, directed by one reality behind, the mind becomes free from ego and fruits of action. What we said, what we understand, when the action takes the lead, that many action, I am speaking with reference to the real self. I am talking with reference to the real self. The mind becomes free from ego. There cannot be two I inside. Either ego will remain or real self will remain. And when the real self remains, you are done. Finished. Then we know what it means by doing the nitya and the naimitya karma. Then every work becomes a play and a fun and a joy in personal, professional, social, family lives. Then what we say? Then we realize action is essential in life. I don't sit idle. I don't become lazy. So that idea of getting lazy never enters into your mind at any point of time. When that happens, the mind is purified. That is why we say the Karma Yoga purifies the mind. So we have examined closely every action, every thought, speech, action with reference to the real self. Done. We get free from your ego. So that is why the Gita says in the 18th chapter, when we do the nitya and the naimitya karma, we know that it needs to be done, it must be done without any attachment in the fruit. What happens to the mind? You see that now we are understanding what happens, that type of karma. The mind becomes sattvic. Now see, another guna enters into the mind. Now that mind constantly lives in the sattvic guna. You need not to think of how to attain the mind starts living in the sattvic guna. Another Krishna also says that performing your actions in that way will not generate papa and punya, will not generate merit and demerit. We will not be guided and dictated by sins and virtues. So the chance of going to the hell and heaven is not there. We have left it. We say, okay, no sin. So now every condition becomes favorable. Even if the condition is unfavorable, you see it is favorable inside because it is going to help you to evolve. That calms the mind, that purifies the mind. Look at it. And then Master Krishna again says, it will lead you to awakening and realization by doing the karma yoga. So it means we understand that purification ultimately leads to awakening. So gradually, there are many other processes that takes place. Gradually, we will pick up that one after the other. What happens then? You become free from the bondage of karma. The mind constantly lives in sattvic guna. Sattvic guna knows always what is shreyas and prayas. Your mind does not go to the prayers. You sit in meditation, every practice becomes successful. You don't leave any work incomplete in your mind at the knowledge level. Done. Karma yoga, and that is what the result comes. In the 4th chapter Gita, Krishna says, akarmanasya badhyam gahana karmano gati. He says the very nature of the karma action is a mystery. It is a great mystery. So he is unfolding the mystery. So think of the karma. Whatever the karma that we do, the result will definitely come. I am doing it unconsciously, I am doing it habitually, I am doing it with an idea of attachment and detachment, sitting in the body, in pain and reaction, or in peace and happiness, the result is bound to come. We cannot escape the result of any karma that we have done. But when we are doing the nitya and the naimitya karma, there are no harmful consequences. We remain free from fear and anxiety. We have done our duty in the karma. So why to worry about anything in the world? Sometime you have done 50% of good karma and you have left it. So the favorable condition as a result will come to your life even if you have done 50% of good karma. There is no sin accumulated in that. Which means what? Same thing, that is what we have understood. The mind lives in the state of equanimity. It takes the world lightly. I have done this much, thank you. In thought, in speech, in action, in personal life, in professional life, in social life. Even I'm responsible for some duty towards the body. I take care of it. Repair, maintenance, hygiene, diet. So I become more and more mindful of what I'm eating. That keeps my body healthy. But not attached. Not attached. I told you that I started eating purely salad, fruits, and for the last almost now it is 1.5 years. The body never complains and blames. But it does not mean that, occasionally, same Indian food, I take it. So now see that what happens, there are other results that comes to your life which we do not notice by doing the nitya and the naimitya karma. You are not worried about the success and failure. That drains our energy. We are constantly thinking about it. The mind is constantly lives in the attachment and detachment. That is gone. I conserve a lot of energy. Attachment and detachment, it wastes my energy. I'm preserving my energy. I'm preserving, and in that purified state of the mind and intellect, I can be more creative. Karma in the form of a. So you see that, yes, this is what another part that comes that I explained to you. When I'm performing karma with reference to the entire universe that I explained to you yesterday, this helps my mind to be connected to the personal life, professional life, social life, the world outside. I consider I am a citizen of the earth. I am a global citizen. It changes my mind inside. It triggers my mind that I am connected to this entire world of change where the body, mind, intellect, ego are insignificant part. I feel that as if I cannot do anything without the support of the Prakriti. So that connection in the mind keeps my mind all the time to the real self. So if the world outside is so beautiful, grand, where I'm connected, it means my real self must be much greater than that. If I am the body, then I feel, I am also the real self, may be a tiny thing living in the heart. We compromise the understanding of the real self that it is very tiny inside because I am the body, because I am the ego, because I am attached. But when I am doing the karma yoga, it opens a grand reality before me. I become totally connected to everything in the world. That is the beauty of the karma yoga. I told you before that in Aurobindo ashram there was a lady who never understood these principles. She said, I'm totally committed to Sri Aurobindo. He is my master. And he's always, she's always calm. I said, my meditation is karma yoga. So I can understand, yes, you are right. You need not to. She is so much conformed to the doing the nitya and the naimitya karma. So first thing, it conserves your tremendous energy. Kabir, great master, that you start experiencing that real self has started showing its presence even in the body. Because body is an agent to do the action. You have that feeling, you are that living into that awareness. As that real self is becoming the body. Kabir says that by performing karma yoga, you become God. Like your thought, your speech, your action, all speaks of that reality all around you. You are working, but other people notice that there is something different. You also feel that. This is what the Kabir says. In Rig Veda, Karma Yoga, it says, you see, now the main thing comes. Those who help themselves, God helps them. Those who do not help themselves, God does not help. That is what the principle coming from the Karma Yoga. I am helping myself by doing the Karma Yoga. So obviously the God has to help me. Means more or less everything becomes favorable conditions in your life. And those who are living nearby, they also get the same benefit. If they are open. If they are open. So that leads to the importance of a teacher and a guru. That is why I say that I lived with my master for 26 years. And that was also not enough. Now go back and check that what are the reasons of the wrong karma, performing the wrong karma. It means there is a defect in the mind. My 5 fingers are intact, all the 5 sense organs and motor organs, the body is perfect, but still there is a defect in it. What are the defects of doing the Karma Yoga? Yes, I should bring 2 or 3 points. That is also very important. First thing, that defect comes because the mind did not receive the right knowledge. Second defect is the mind does not know how to perform this task without ego and without the desire for the fruits of an action. Third is, because I have an ego and also I am seeking a fruits of an action, I start doing the work beyond my capacity. Sometimes we do it. In modern life we say, okay, project $10 million, but I don't have the capacity even to think of that. So this is the first thing. Second thing, I'm writing 5 books at the same time. But then writing the 5 books at the same time needs to focus on a particular subject every time. So a beautiful woman who is proofreading my book, she said, you are not sending me the book for proofreading. So I realized my mistake. I said, no, let me focus on one book now. And then I will go to the second book. Why to claim that, I can do multitasking? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I sent her 80 pages and I said, I'm going to send you. I'm totally focused only on one book now. How she can edit 5 books? So you see that instantly these things happens. It did not happen because of the ego. I said, no, I'm already giving a lesson, so let me write few pages of this, few pages. So it was a draft. But now come to the second defect, which is very, very important. Karma, we have understood, and then karma is accumulated every time we perform the karma. The result is accumulated, results causes another karma, whether result is positive or negative. That is the reason for many serious diseases people have. Common diseases like cold and cough, they can be caused by imbalance. Imbalance in diet, weather conditions, but some diseases are the results of the sins that we have accumulated from the previous birth and we are accumulating in this birth. And in those cases, the doctors are unable to establish the cause and effect relationship. Did I tell you my friend immigrated in Texas, biochemist whose mother Jainism, followed the Jainism. And they started finding the cause. What is the cause of her cancer? And they did not find anything. She led a pious life, no meat, purely vegan. Nothing helps. So sometimes these illnesses comes because of our karma that we have accumulated. Either we accumulated in this present life. So what happens? The practice of karma yoga prevents you. First prevents you, otherwise it minimizes the impact of those illnesses which came from the previous birth. So you see that how the karma yoga is helping you in day-to-day life. Go a little deeper. At the individual level, our sanskaras, previous and past impressions, they started being exhausted in my present life. Tomorrow you wake up, you are doing any karma free from the ego and desire for the fruits of an action. Your mind brings that freshness in the body. You are not in a hurry. If the mind is in a hurry, the body also goes into a hurry, and it disturbs the equilibrium of each and every cell of the body. You are not calm, you are not relaxed. So karma yoga guides you, gives you a great power to remain relaxed in every activity. That very defect is also removed. Why? Because that you are not in a hurry. So now what happens? You have enough time. What you are doing, you get a great skill because your focus is on karma. There comes a sense of creativity. You perform every karma with a great expertise. You are always attentive and skillful, whether you are talking to your honey or you are doing your business. You see that. Karma yoga, we are understanding what are the defects that can easily be removed by practice of karma yoga that we not do. Now what is happening inside? Nitya and the Naimitya karma, your mind is always ready, free. So this is known as you have left all your desires in the hand of the entire nature. There the desires are fulfilled. There the desires are fulfilled. And that nature embraces you from the unknown powers. What you need in your life will surely be fulfilled. Many Western people have created a law of attraction from these principles. I'm not going there, but law of attraction, which is not so clear, but yes, they have taken some of the concepts and principles from here. Have you heard about law of attraction? Yeah, so I'm not going there because their focus is on achieving this, fulfilling the desire. Here it is self-fulfillment, here it is self-discovery. So when I read it first time, many years ago, and I said, oh, it comes from these principles. But they have changed the direction. So no. But when you live into that state of, you are doing karma yoga, finished. Everything has to be done. You have sown a seed that you will earn $50 million, very good. Now you are doing karma yoga. You even forgot that. Now based on your previous sanskaras, you have changed due to the karma yoga, they will come to you. They have to come to you. If that seed of the desire is right, it follows the right approach, you are continuously doing your nitya and the naimitya karma, it will be realized. It will definitely be realized in one or the other way. And to karma yoga is most important to develop a sattvic temperament in my thought, in my speech, in my action. Very important. Karma yoga is important. Every time the way you think and speak and act, and if it follows the path of the Shreyas, freedom from the 5 causes of defects, avidya, asmita, rag, dvesh, ultimately it leads you to sattvic. What is sattvic temperament? What is the sattvic mind, knowledge and happiness is always there. Rajasic, strong likes and dislikes and hyperactivity. Tamasic, opposing the right knowledge, laziness and etc. etc. The wrong notion will drop gradually. Sattvic temperament. Yes, it is also in Gita. And now what happens, gradually by performing the karma, it starts minimizing, dropping and dissolving and breaking the cycle of avidya, asmita, rag, dvesh, abhinivesh. One point has to be mentioned also here. Say, for example, one person is too much attached to the body, the other is too much attached to the money, the third is more so attached to the wife or a husband. Now, in all the 3 cases, these 5 suffering, 5 klesha, avidya, ignorance, ego, attachment and detachment, and abhinivesha, they work at different level with the different permutation and combination in each individual. So by doing the karma yoga, you need not to worry. These 5 starts breaking up. And you will discover, you will understand, your mind will reveal that knowledge. That is the beauty. Oh, today I talked to my honey like this. Oh, it was because of attachment. No, it was because of the ego. No, it was because I did not realize before. Now I have realized. The knowledge that will reveal into your mind. Naturally. You will find out, oh, let me perfect my action again. Change my attitude. Change my thought. Change my speech. And after that, change my action. It becomes so much liberating. It becomes so much liberating in your life that you can't imagine. People will start saying you, what happened to you? Why you are so calm? Sometimes they say you are lazy, but you are not lazy at all. Totally calm, you are focused, you know when to focus, where to focus. Karma Yoga. Then what happens? Krishna says that sets an example in the society around you. That will set an example to your daughter. But it has set an example to my son, not to my daughter. But she is also learning. She may not be doing it, maybe because of her previous sanskaras. So we continue with that. We continue with that. Yes, third chapter, Krishna says something. And then, then we will go one after the other. Chapter 3, it will make a sense. In your own field, when you are doing Karma Yoga, internally it makes you a great expert, but you follow the path of humility. You want to be one with the reality. You don't want to become number one outside. It does not mean that you have stopped earning. You continue, you are working. Everything outside is happening. That is very important point. This is what Gita in the third chapter says. Where is another beauty of the Karma Yoga? You need not to believe in any God. You need not to follow any religion. You need not to follow any cult and dogma and belief. You become a real spiritual person without claiming that you are. You are already there. You are already there. And that exerts a tremendous influence around you. I should not go to the law of karma. Yes, one thing more. So some people, what they do, they say, I am doing a social work. Can you donate some money? I said, no, I will not donate any money. Because I am not a kind person. I am very hard. So I have seen it happen to my life also, long back. I was so much obsessed of doing the social work, guided by the ego and the fruits of an action. It caused lot of physical and mental problems to me. So social work means first I settle in Karma Yoga, then let me do it. Let me do it. Then I don't want to be a social activist. Karma Yogi is not a social activist. We have to be very clear about it. Because if I'm a social activist, look at, I've already given an example of our great friend Bill Gates. Great social work, no doubt, great genius. What about his life? No, we should never go for it because it creates a hypocrisy. I just want to complete this. uh, yes, that is also karma. As we understand, it is performing an action. Goal of karma is to reach to the absolute reality. Now you see the connection between I am doing a karma yoga, the knowledge is inside, the mind and intellect are purified. I am performing the karma as if entire nature supports me. I expended myself to that entire nature, and that continues to help me to live my life. Yes, someone in your family, maybe your friend, needs help in this support. You check yourself. You are very clear and you help. You are not clear, you don't help. You have to be very clear. You examine yourself, then you approach. And then you see. That also helps us to grow and rise our consciousness. That is what we talk about it.
The time is 10 a.m. It's time to stand up and stretch. Let's take a break for 10 minutes.
Now I've set a Google Assistant. Sometime I now see another part we should also be aware. The breathing is involuntary. It's a physical movement. But breathing is also an action. I eat my food, that is karma. But the digestion of the food is not karma. The body digests the food. I cannot say, I am performing a karma in digesting the food. So we should be very clear about this. I know there are many body muscles. I lifted my hand, but many muscles moved. That is also an activity. I'm speaking to you. Many other thought also comes to my mind. I keep those thoughts away. Let me keep focus on the object. That is also the way the karma has to be done.
But it's not create karma because ego is not involved.
That is the beautiful understanding of the karma yoga. Because ego is not involved. Digestion of the food does not create ego. Going to the restroom does not create any sense of ego. Or we are not performing that karma because of ego. But on the other hand, if I am doing because of the fear, the ego has come. Casual. Yes, I think this is also very good.
So correct position is I am your student and I don't create any karma when I completely follow your lessons.
You follow the lesson? Yes, go ahead.
but that I am your student, it's not my achievement, it's just because some vasana or reality give me this chance.
Yeah. So I repeat it, I correct my mistakes inside. I leave all those impressions and take over the karma. In a right manner, the life changes. Adhisthanam tatha karta karanam cha prathik vidham. It in the 18th chapter. Karma. Karma. First is the body. Then the sense organs. All the senses, 5 sense organs and 5 motor organs. I am explaining you a bit and then we will go to in deep in future. So we are understanding what are the factors essential for successful completion of karma. It's another grand topic. First is body, sense organs, doer inside. How many? Body, sense organs, doer inside, and the different functions of my sense organ and the motor organs. 4 factors are there. And the 5th is the whether you say it is God or you say it is a destiny. Without these 5 factors, no action is complete. When I say I am not doing it, I am not the doer, so it means the existence in the God is the doer. Krishna says that 5th factor, whether you say it is me, means Krishna, or it is your destiny. See that. You are listening is a karma. First is the body. Second is your sense organ. Third is you are sitting with a focused mind. And there is a doer. And that doer is not the ego. You are a seeker. Then you are a seeker. And the 5th factor, because the 5th factor combines all the 4 factors together to create this situation. That's why we are listening. You are listening and I'm talking. You see that? So sometime we say 5th factor, you say prarabdha, you say luck, you say God. Why we met, how we met. 5th factor. We may reason out, I like you, you like me, I love you, you love me. That doesn't work. How many people we loved, we are not together. A beautiful principle he explains. So it means the condition outside, the people outside with whom we are living are the best conditions for my spiritual journey. It has come from the destiny. So let me continue this accepting. When I accept, there is no ego. When I perform my duty, I left my desire for the fruits of an action and ego also. What happens? You are flying in the world all the time. How much money you have, what money you have. You see that. So ultimate secret of karma yoga, springs from either you say prarabdha, luck, God is sitting inside, because that has connected everything together. It is gone, I am dead. It is gone, I am dead. So why to have ego in performing the karma? So sometime many masters say it is the God who is doing everything sitting inside you. So the answer is right. The answer is right. So with that understanding, what is left? Yes, I think that is very clear. It means my search is the real self, the fifth factor, and in all my thought, speech, and action, when I do my karma, remembering that fifth factor, I start progressing into the path of karma yoga. Beauty of this karma yoga is that I can be in meditation all the time. But when I am doing a regular practice of karma yoga, I may be doing meditation for 1 hour or 2 hours. So, yeah, other things that you already know, So that is that is nitya and namitya karma. That is, you have already done it. Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic karma, we are not going there. So that brings an end to this 2-part, and then we will go one after the other, every verse of the Karma Yoga in the 3rd chapter, so that the things becomes clear. These are the foundations we have laid down. Yes, I think I have prepared the note, and I see that is it. So